Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. So today's video is going to be another reading vlog, but slightly different. It's going to be from my summer holiday this year. We went to Disney World. I had such a great time and did a decent amount of reading. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching and I really hope you enjoy. Bye! Okay, good morning everybody. Do a little book update. I tried to read this on the plane. I'm only 38 pages in and this is my bookmark. I tried to read this on the plane, but chapter headers, completely inappropriate. I was surrounded by children. So far it's literally just been like spice and we're only 38 pages in, so that was like a really aggressive beginning, and I'm not really like, I really enjoy Becca's writing style, so like I'm enjoying it, but I have just kind of skimmed a lot of it because I'm just not in the mood for all that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get more into that later. We're gonna go to the parks today. We're going to Magic Kingdom. And I don't know if I'm going to continue with just this book because it's a longer one, so I feel like it would take me a while to read, and I have so many summer books, like, well, two. I have the rule book and summer romance, and then I have some books on my Kindle that I really would love to get to, although I'm putting that's a lot because we're here for 2 weeks and my intention is not to read the whole time. But I want to at least read the rule book and summer romance. So maybe I'm going to start one of those. Might be a little bit more appropriate to bring around the pool instead of like this, which just has like literal like cock in fucking bold letters. Like, why have you written that? That's so far. The cover is so cute, but I am pissed off because it came a little bit broken. But it is so pretty. Isn't it pretty? So pretty. So pretty. I don't know. I don't think I filmed a clip after I got back from the park, but we got back from the park like midday, obviously went to the pool. I'm now showered, read. I'm 50 pages in, 4 with me, so I feel like I can give you my first proper update on like the content. All that's really happened is like they've met, a lot of smut, and then the premise is that they've hooked up on this like vacation, and then he shows up to his hockey team, which is obviously his job, and she is the new photographer. I have not really got much from them yet, but obviously like I already know these characters. I already love this friend group. Like, we've seen a bit of the friend group. This book is gonna get tattered. I can already feel it. Seen a bit of the friend group, which I love. Like, I honestly could just have like all scenes with all the friends. But yeah, I'm interested to see if I like enjoy just like Jackson and Lennon as characters. I think I've decided I'm gonna prioritize reading this because out of all my books, this is the only one that says summer on the front, so this is the only one that is the official summer book. So I'm going to prioritize reading this. Usually I'm not one to read multiple books at the same time, but as I've said, I don't plan to do that much reading on this holiday. If I don't start this now, I could honestly spend the whole holiday just reading. Fall with me. Look at all my freckles, they're actually so dark. I don't remember the last time that I had freckles like this. Chill here and read this for a bit. I might go see what my mum's doing. Go knock on her door. My foot's dead. Oh, my foot is dead. Hello, friends. It is 1. We've already been out. We went to Hollywood Studios today, which was very fun. But I am back now. I'm about to go down to the pool, even though I'm so fucking tired. I kind of just want to go to bed. But we will not be wasting the day. At least not yet. I have been reading summer romance. Like I said, I wanted to get into one of these books, so I picked this one up. And I've made really good progress in it. 110 pages so far. It's a really, really engaging, easy read. I've read one Annabelle Monaghan book before. I read Nora Goes Off Script and I really liked the majority of it and then really didn't love the ending. Hopefully I like the end of this one, but ending of this one, but so far it's really good. It's like, I put it in like an Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez category of writing. Like, it's just above most other romances, like quality of writing wise. About this girl, Ali. She's a mother, and she's going through a divorce process with just like shit guy. She's a bit of a loser. And she meets this other guy, Ethan, and he just kind of like fancies her, and it's like new and fun, kind of she's kind of starting to come back to herself. Like I said, I'm gonna go down to the pool now. Keep reading this. Hello, it's the next day. I think I last spoke to you yesterday. I wasn't actually planning on updating for a while because I was going to update when I finished Summer Romance, and then I didn't feel great today, so I haven't really been out. So I just read all day and I finished Summer Romance. So I can tell you what I thought about the book. I really enjoyed it. This is the first like physical book that I've been able to completely read like without being distracted and like wanting to put it down in a while. I feel like I've had a little bit of a slump going on. This was really good. I've heard some people say like, I don't know if they've said that it's not as much of a romance, like it's like more women's fiction-y and like there's a romance but that's not the main plot. I wouldn't agree with that. Like the romance is featured in basically every single chapter. Like there's obviously other storylines going on, but I would still say that the romance is the forefront, and I really enjoyed the romance. I thought it was really good. Really liked this. Like I said, I'd put it in like a Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez category of books. I think I'm gonna pick up same time next summer. I think that's the only book she's put out that I haven't read. Yeah, I really liked it. I don't think it's gonna like stick with me like a favorite book. I don't know what my rating is. I finished it and I realized I hadn't even been thinking at all about what I might rate it, which usually I'll like think about that, which is kind of nice to just read it without even considering that. But between a 4 and a 4.5-ish kind of area. Very good, very much enjoyed. I went back to Fall With Me. I'm on page 75. So not made it that far. This is getting really torn up, which really isn't my favorite thing. This is so like spicy, and the entire undertone of not even the undertone, just straight up what's being said is always heading towards like sex, and it's just a bit much. Like that is just like the type of book this is, and like the entire series, like it falls under an adult romance, like spicy romance category, and I completely get that. And like Time and a Place, I enjoy those books, but for some reason this just feels like more than the other books, and like it isn't like weaved in a way which is like, I mean, I'm only 75 pages in, so like this is a lot to say from that, but it just feels so like, oh my god, again, like it's like constant. Whereas I feel like with the other books, maybe I just was enjoying them more, so it didn't bother me as much. But I just like, I didn't notice that to be a problem as much. I don't know. Like things like, I can't even say it because it's like actually, like I actually physically can't. And I don't know if it would actually like be appropriate to say, but it's things like watching her do like just normal day-to-day things and then referencing them having sex, and it's like, you know, I feel like the other ones, there's been a physical attraction upon initial. I'm not even talking about the second book because I didn't like that book, but Consider Me, Unravel Me, of this series. There's always that, like these are very adult. There's always that undertone, but it's just, there's more. There's like friendship and romance and like a relationship and stuff. And obviously this is starting, I don't know if you know this or not actually, I don't know if I've told you, but this is starting with like a one night stand situation. So I get that it's starting with a physical situation, but I don't like that. I don't love it. So far, not loving it. But the redeeming thing is that I love all the characters. It's like a little found family situation. So I'm enjoying it for that. I'm going to keep going. But I'll probably pick up another book before I finish this one again. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to try and like have a have a fun day tomorrow because I didn't really do anything today, which is not good. Hello, it is Monday and I'm about to go to bed, but I feel like I need to update you on what I'm doing because I didn't even tell you that I started reading How to End a Love Story. But I'm already over 100 pages through and I started like midday today, so that's a really good sign. We were just out at dinner and I was thinking during dinner, I can't wait to go to bed and read my book, so another great sign. I was a little bit concerned, I guess, at first because the premise was really interesting to me, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Then I started reading and I realized it was in is it third person, where it's like a narrator? I don't know what POV that is, but it's in third person and it kind of is like the kind of third person where it switches between each main character referencing their thoughts, you know what I mean, like separately. So it's like kind of two POVs, but it's not, it's this narrator, whatever. About a girl who is an author and her book is getting made into a TV show, and a guy who is on the screenwriting team, something along those lines, was involved in her sister's death and she hates him. But there's also like, they've got a lot of chemistry. It's really, really good. The chemistry is really good. I really am enjoying the like entire screenwriting dynamic because it's like this whole team and they've got all these different personalities and it's really fun, and I'm really enjoying the different characters. They're very well fleshed out, especially the guy, because I feel like sometimes guys can just be like in books one note of just like a nice guy or whatever, but he's like a fully fleshed out character. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm gonna keep reading now, see how much I can get through. That's about it. See you tomorrow. Okay, hello. We just got back from the pool. We were only there for like 20 minutes and they kicked us out because thunder. One thing that I always forget when we come to Florida is that, yeah, it's really sunny, but every single day actually, there will be a thunderstorm.
It will interrupt your day.
Which will interrupt your day. So that's fine. There's actually still people at the pool though. Their children are playing on the children's stuff. They should probably get out. But I want to do a little update on How to End a Love Story. I am now nearly 200 pages through, which, considering I started like at this time yesterday, that's really, really good. I was really enjoying the first half. I feel like I'm kind of like falling off a little bit now. Like I'm less interested in what's going on because I feel like our main characters are kind of entering like a bit of like a situationship, like let's pretend we don't have feelings for each other kind of situation, and it's just like a load of fucking bullshit. Like, you guys are grown-ups, you are like, they're at least 30, I actually don't know their ages, but they're over 30. You know how you feel, and like this is just like childish, but maybe I always clarify when I say something negative, I'm like, but maybe I'm wrong. That's my experience of it. But I will have to keep reading, hopefully finish. I think I decided I'm actually like DNFing full with me, at least for this holiday, because like I'm just really not connecting with it at all. That's not really true, but I just don't want to read it right now. Like, I connect to it on a level of like, I love that world. That particular book I'm not really loving. It's just so you know, I think that's the DNF. But I'm gonna keep going with this. I still really like the writing, I still like the characters and all that, but maybe a little bit of like I just don't personally love the plot road we're going down, which doesn't really have anything to do with like whether it's a good or not book. That's like personal preference, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, I just finished How to End a Love Story. I really liked the start of it. Like I said, it made me want to keep reading, which is something I haven't been feeling all that much recently, so that was nice. But I did kind of like lose interest when they started seeing each other, I guess, because it was very, it's one of those situations where it's very clear that two people really care about each other and want to be together, and both parties or one party is just like, well, this means nothing, so lol, we both said it was going to mean nothing, so that equals nothing. And it's just like, all right, fucking hell, I'm going to bed, I don't care. Like, I just have little patience for just denying reality. I don't know. But to be fair, the reason the character is like that is very valid, makes a lot of sense. Of other stuff in this book other than just the romance, which makes it really interesting. Like, obviously her dealing with the grief of losing her sister when she was so young is a thing. Then her relationship with her parents is very like surface level. It controls a lot really of like her life in terms of like the decisions she makes and things she does, but there's not much coming back from that, you know what I mean? You frame your whole life surrounding like the way that your parents are going to perceive the things you do, and like kind of like trying to make it all look perfect and easy and simple, so you don't have to like explain hard things to them, but like you don't have a very like, you don't get much back from that. Like there's not really any reward. I don't know. So I find that interesting. Overall, I feel like it's like a 4-star, maybe a 3.75, somewhere around there. I don't think I'm going to think about it or remember it too much, but I'm glad that I read it because I was interested in it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to read next. I have one physical book left, which is the Rule Book by Sarah Adams. It would be nice to get all my physical books read, but I don't really know if I feel like reading that, so maybe I will pick up my Kindle and see what we have on there. I'm not going to do that right now though. I might get back to you tomorrow or later today. That is how to end a love story. Hello, I think it's the next night from when I last updated, but since then I've been reading The Bad Reputation Duet by Christian Becca Ritchie. So that's like almost, I think it's a spin-off of the Addicted Calloway Sister series. It's Garrison and Willow's 2 books. And I'm 19% through, 142 pages in, having a splendid time, really enjoying it. I started reading Addicted for Now, the 3rd book in the Addicted series, as a reread because I have it downloaded, but I decided I wanted a new book, but I still wanted to be in the world, so I've gone to this one, and it's really good so far. It's very superhero-y. They're in high school, so we've got a little bit of high school going on. Big comic book fans, so it's kind of giving like Lillian Lowe, mini Lillian Lowe is what it's kind of giving, and I'm kind of eating it up, loving it, having a great time. So yeah, I'm gonna probably read a little bit of that before I go to bed, and then we're to sleep. We're gonna go to Magic Kingdom tomorrow. Amazing. We're like, what day is it? It's day 8 of the holidays, so we're moving through. No, it's day 8 technically. Day 7 if we're not including the first day, which was literally just us arriving at like 9 p.m. But technically it's day 8. Okay, I don't know what she's telling me. I'm so tired. Okay, I am like this because we just got back from Magic Kingdom. It's like 2:30, but I don't know if you can hear my sister singing Teardrops from my guitar in the bathroom, but that's great. We just got back from Magic Kingdom and it rained, as you can probably tell. But I wanted to update on the book because it's a pretty long one. I'm 263 pages through and only 34% through, so it's kind of long. But I'm still having a really good time. I really love Willow and Garrison. Garrison's like family dynamic is kind of reminiscent to me. Like there's a lot of differences, but just the way it makes me feel is kind of reminiscent of like Joey Lynch in like Saving Six and Redeeming Six. Specifically his like kind of his relationship with his mother, more so the way it makes me feel. Like just so frustrated by like the unjustness. And it's like the same with any book with characters like this in it, when it's like people are just so stuck in their ways and their perception of seeing the world that like they completely ignore what's in front of them and like are really horrible to this one character, always making them the bad guy when we can clearly see that they're not. And it's just, especially when it's like their mother, like someone who's meant to love them and support them and keep them safe, like, oh, it's really frustrating. But yeah, so I'm really loving Garrison because I really feel for Garrison. And then Willow honestly just gives like Lily 2.0. I don't know if that was like the idea or whatever, but she's very like quiet and doesn't want to get in anybody's way. Honestly, almost too much. It's like doesn't want to get in anyone's way, doesn't want to be a burden, which I can relate to this, to be honest, to the point of like it gets fucking annoying when like I know that this can happen for other people with me, where it's like, no, you need to like, you're not even letting us like help you when we want to help you, we want to be around you, and like you're so not wanting to be a burden that you're like isolating yourself and you're pushing people away. So maybe kind of learning some things about myself. But yeah, so having a very fun time with this book. I think I'm gonna buy this is really funny. I think I'm gonna buy the physical copy when I get home because I'm really loving it. And that's it. I look crazy, but I just wanted to update a little bit. I'm like 70% through this. What's that? Since it's a longer book, I thought I'd do another update before the end. I have probably like over 200 pages left, somewhere around there. 250, I don't know. And I'm really enjoying it. I haven't been thinking about a rating. I haven't been thinking about any ratings at all, to be honest, while I've been on holiday, which is actually kind of nice to just rate a book. But I am really enjoying it. This feels like a really one-of-a-kind, standout kind of romance relationship. Like, I don't mean that in the sense of like the book is like one-of-a-kind standout, but it's like a really memorable relationship and like one-of-a-kind in that it doesn't feel like forced or like it's trying to fit a mold or something, anything like that, you know what I mean? It's very like, this is Willow and Garrison, that's one thing, you know what I mean? Which Krista and Becca Ritchie are really good at. I feel the same way about all of their couples that I've read. Yeah, I'm really liking it. At this point in the book, Willow is somewhere and Garrison somewhere else. They're having a long distance situation, which is unfortunate for them, but I'm pretty sure I know what happens, considering I've read the epilogue novel for Addicted and they are in that. But one thing that's really still a thing for me and is really bothering me, I don't know, I'm really enjoying these parts of the book because it's almost like just like I like the feeling of getting really like about it. But Garrison's situation with his family is just so infuriating, like so infuriating. And like his brothers are like one thing, like the worst, but like I guess I just don't expect better of them, but I would expect better of his mother. I don't know why. Maybe that's like something wrong that I'm doing, like thinking like that, like that his mother's actions of like ignoring his brother's abuse towards him bother me more, but I don't know, something about it does. She just, her complete like blatant like, and like them I always get so frustrated when like characters, like the truth is so fucking obvious and clear and they are just so certain that is not the truth, and they are just, and nothing you can say, and they speak about things like they're facts and they're not. And the way Garrison is like made out to be like a problem child when all he is like abused by his brothers and by his family, and he just like doesn't want to be, so he runs away, and they're like, oh my god, Garrison always running away, like he's a terrible son, he's a terrible brother, he doesn't spend any time with us, he's the worst, blah blah blah, blah. He's a problem. And every time he does go home, because he feels so bad, they beat him. Are you kidding? It's crazy, but I am enjoying it. I don't know if I'm going to finish today or tomorrow. And then today is the 4th to last day, so I have 3 more days. So I don't think I'll finish another book, but maybe I'll start the rule book. I don't know. I kind of want to start the fantasy book that I have on my Kindle. I can't remember what it is. The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I have that downloaded on my Kindle, and I kind of think I maybe want to read that. I don't know how likely that is. I just want to start something before I get on the plane that's like good, so I have a book that I've already started reading on the plane. And I feel like a fantasy has the most likelihood of like being good and like having that effect, but I don't know. We will see. It started thunderstorming, so we came back from the pool, and I'm so sad because I've been wanting to take my can you hear her? She's singing in the shower. She's so cute. I was sad because I finally worked up the courage to take my Kindle into the pool. I've been wanting to do that because it's been so hot, so I've just wanted to sit in the pool and read, but there's so many kids, like it's just a risky business. But the pool wasn't that crazy busy today. Can you hear her singing? Feel bad, but I want to film. I think you're strong enough now. So I took it in today because I was not busy, and look at the oh, I made these as well. I didn't design them, but I did make them. Well, maybe I'll just cover them because I don't really want to like take these off and try and make them again or whatever. I'll just stick something there. That's annoying. I should say I'm 87% through the book. I'm like nearly done. I just highlighted something because they did a little title drop. He just has a bad reputation. Little title drop, which I enjoy. I have like just over 100 pages left. I'm kind of starting to like wane off, which isn't that surprising because like we've done all the like getting to know each other and falling in love and stuff. Like they're in love. All that's going to happen in the rest of the book is they're going to get engaged, get married, maybe have a kid. But that's where we're going with the end of the book. And I know that just from reading the other books. I'm going to finish it and still enjoy it. The thing is with like this entire series, it's also like character based rather than plot based. That like towards the end of the books, it does kind of like, you know, there's not much plot to like keep you engaged, but spotlight. I just finished the book, so final thoughts. I don't have a rating at all, but I did really enjoy it. Out of all the Addicted like series, that's on the higher end, I think, of definitely like top 5 probably. I don't know, maybe I actually should rank all the Addicted books. I really liked it overall. I feel like it kind of, like I said, dragged maybe. I don't know if dragged is fair, but I lost interest a little bit towards the end. But to be fair, literally an 800-page book that I just read in like a few days, so that's pretty much to be expected. And the degree that it did keep my attention, I think that's like fair enough. I really liked it. I really enjoyed Willow and Garrison, especially Garrison. I really liked his character. He was really sweet and nice and cute and sweet and nice and misunderstood and sweet and nice. Also, I thought what was really interesting, I only just thought this. Well, I was already thinking it, but I got reminded just now. It's interesting to see like the change from being part of like a fandom, because Willow and Garrison both, like more so Willow, are very like chronically online at the start of the book, like fans of like Lily, Lowe, right, Daisy, all that. Like specifically Willow, like she knows who they are, she's on Tumblr, she's making gifs of them, she's like probably reading fan fiction about them, like all that kind of stuff. Garrison's like making edits and shit. Like they are very much aware of like online culture and inside the fandom, and then becoming like part of the thing that the fandom is obsessed with, and like seeing that side of it. Kind of crazy, like the change. Like they talk a little bit at the end about that, like seeing both sides of that and understanding like both sides of that and blah blah blah. But that's it. I really liked it. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. Maybe Serpent and the Wings of Night. Might potentially try and start that tonight. I've tried to start that before and I didn't get into it, but I only read like literally a chapter. So maybe I'll try that. I would like a different genre, and it's not really many other genres for me to get into that I really enjoy. My nose is starting to peel. Oh no. Okay. I have made it to chapter 4 in The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which is way better than I made last time I tried to read it. I actually realised that the last time I tried to read this was last year when I was on holiday, so that's kind of funny. And I only made it through like 1 or 2 chapters, so we've doubled our consumption so far. Nothing to really write home about, but I'm interested in what's being set up. It's obviously a fantasy world, but it's all kind of like surrounding vampires. Like you have the vampires and you have the humans, and we're following this girl, I believe called Aurea, I think her name is, and she's a human. But the vampire king man, yeah, literally the vampire king man, he like found her when she was a little babby. Like her whole family had been killed by the vampires. He found her and she like bit him, and he was like, "You have a warrior spirit, young one," literally, and decided to raise this human as his child. And now she's like a badass vampire killer. Like she goes and kills the vampires that are trying to kill humans in secret. And she's being entered into this like, I guess it's kind of like a Hunger Games-ish situation. I don't know why she has to do it, but she keeps saying it's like either do this or die. So I don't know what that means. Maybe she can be turned into a vampire if she does this. That's what I'm guessing. Sorry, this is really distracting me. But that's what's gonna happen. That's about it so far. It's fine so far. I'm not like overwhelmed, like excited about it, but interesting opening. Hello, it is the final day. Well, technically tomorrow's the final day. We leave tomorrow, but today is the final full day of holiday. I'm so sad, but also I'm really excited to go home and see my dog. So, do you see, that's my new teddy. He's so cute. But I thought I'd just do my last, probably what's going to be my last book update. I am nearly 100 pages in and I'm liking it. It's interesting, it's engaging me. We're following, I think her name's Aurea, and she's a human living in like a vampire world society. The king's daughter, like he just kind of adopted her for some reason. I think there's going to be something behind that, like a reason that he did it, more so than just him like seeing her and being like, oh yeah, you're sick. I think there's going to be an actual reason, like some sort of power that she has that he wants, but we'll see. And yeah, so she's in these like trials, it's like Hunger Games vibes, and she's doing it so she can like basically become like a vampire, or just like become powerful enough to like survive basically. And we've done the first trial, and there's this other vampire who is like the different race of vampires, I think. I don't know, I'm a little bit confused because there's like 2 different races and then a bunch of different houses, and like different races of vampire can be in the same house. It's just, I don't know, it's weird, but I think he's a different race than like the ones that she's usually around. And they're in this, and he's just kind of like helping her, like keeps like kind of saving her and reaching out to her and stuff, which is weird. And yeah, that's about where we are now. I'm not going to tell you anything else like details wise because I don't want to spoil the book, but that's where we are. I'm having a good time. I really like the guy. I think his name's Rain. I think his name's Rain. I like his personality. He's kind of just like dry, a little bit sassy, but like really like tough. Like, you know, he's like the bad boy. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm having a good time, but I need to pace myself at this point because, like I said, it's like 480-ish pages, so I have about 380 pages left. That should get me through a few hours of the flight, so I don't want to read too much before then. Like, I don't want to suddenly get really invested in it, but also I don't want to not read anything until I get on the flight now, because then I feel like I'll just like fall off a bit. So we're playing a bit of a balancing act now until my flight, which is a night flight tomorrow, so I've got a while, but it'll be fine. But that's gonna be it. I'll probably have a few more like clips, and then we'll say like bye probably when I get home. But that's about it for this video. We've not really got much left. Look at me, how I've stood. Hey, hello people, I am back home. I'm gonna have to keep this real short and real sweet because I am so tired. I feel dizzy. It's just not okay. It's about 3 p.m. So what time would it be in Orlando right now? Is it morning? I guess it's still like morning, and I haven't slept all night, so yeah. Reading on the plane didn't go quite as planned, I will confess. I was really tired really early. I don't know why, but like as soon as we got to the airport, I already felt like it was like 10. It was like 5:30. I don't know what was going on, but I was very, very tired, so I just couldn't really like keep my eyes open to read much on the plane. So this is where I am. I literally stopped mid-chapter, page 115, 23%. I'm enjoying it. I'm not like super connected to it yet. Maybe I will be, I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna finish it soon. Not right now because I can't read. Like, I actually cannot read. I would pass out. I'm just trying to stay awake until at least 6 p.m. Trying. I really don't want to deal with this jet lag. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Those are all the books that I read. What did we get through? I have all my clips in front of me so I can just look. Okay, so I started Fall With Me, and I think I got through like 100-ish pages of that. I'll probably go back to it at some point. And if I don't like it, then I'll just DNF, which is fine. I don't really have much to say because I'm so tired. Then I read Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan, which I actually really, really enjoyed. I actually gave it to my mum after I finished reading it because I thought it was really good and I thought she'd enjoy it too. And I think she either finished it today or still has a little bit to finish, and she said she's really enjoyed it. So Annabelle Monaghan, Summer Romance for all ages. Then I read How to End a Love Story by Helen Kuang, which I also thought was good. Not quite as good as Summer Romance. I think I started that enjoying it more, and then by the end was like, okay, that wasn't quite as good. Also, one thing that I want to mention about that book, which I realised I didn't mention, is there was so much more like spice scenes than I expected. Like, I thought it would be just your standard like 1 to 2, like 1.5. It was like, by the time they got together, not every other chapter, but kind of every other, like very often. And I was just like skipping through it because I was like, Jesus Christ, I don't need all this. Sorry, I've got an eyelash in my eye. You could probably tell when me rubbing my eye. It was just a lot. It felt like a lot, and I just didn't really expect it. I don't know why, but I didn't expect it to be that much. But go off if that's what you're interested in. That's good for you. Then I read The Bad Reputation Duet by Christian Becca Ritchie, which I really, really, really enjoyed. That's like one of my new favourite, one of their books, part of the Addicted World. I really, really liked it. And then we come to Serpent and the Wings of Night, I think, to round it out, which I'm about 100 pages through. So that's pretty good. I read, is that 3 total books? And Bad Reputation is technically 2 books. So 3/4 total books, and then 100 pages of 2 other books. It's pretty good. Really happy with that, and that's gonna be it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, come back next time. All that stuff. Bye bye.